called us to host this, we're happy to do so because we're very interested in the research that he's going to talk about on monoclonal antibodies. And so I'll turn it over to Dave so we stay on time.
Thank you, Brian. We have a new medicine for HIV. It's different than the kind of medicines we've had before. Let me tell you something. If this is just another Me Too drug, another new protease inhibitor and so forth, there would have to be something unbelievable before I'd frankly be interested in it at all. We now have how many? 27 approved with 5 non-cross-reactive sets of cocktails. So, that's good. I'm glad. I remember before we had any. Don't misunderstand. But that's not what's important.
Just so you're clear, this is a passive immunotherapy as opposed to active immunotherapy. Active immunotherapy means you're inducing an immune response against something. This is using antibodies, which is a lot less variable between when you get what you put in terms of a passive immunotherapeutic approach. That's why monoclonal antibodies are used to treat so many other diseases, and there's so few active immunotherapies that are used to treat diseases. So it's passive immunotherapy.
I said it was a new kind of medicine that we were talking about. Let me explain why it's a new kind. It doesn't attack HIV. It actually has nothing to do with HIV. What it does is calm down the CD8s so they start behaving themselves in a more normal fashion.
So our immune systems do an amazing job of keeping us from biodegrading for, maybe 7, 8 decades. But it's really kind of stupid. And this is one of the things it does wrong.
Hyperactivity, it's the immune system is overheated. It's out of control.
Every marker of progression is hyperactivation. You guys all know this. Neopterin, beta-2 microglobulin. It's all overactivation for disease progression.
Well, it is true if you remove an allergen, if you get rid of the thing causing you to get all upset, then it will calm you down. It is true that it will stop you from getting sick. But they didn't really continue the argument. You see what I'm trying to say? What it did is sidestep the argument. It was like giving people, I remember once I was in Geneva, Robert and I went to this hotel. We said, is it noisy? He said, no, there's no noise. We go into the bedroom and there were earplugs by the bed. And in fact, there was no noise. As long as you used your earplugs, it was fine. The antiretrovirals are earplugs. Well, for reasons that I don't think anybody really knows, the human body overreacts in a dramatic way to the presence of this particular virus. 3 independent studies showed that it was the CD8 positive cytotoxic lymphocytes are natural, are killers. The cells are designed to go around and kill off infected cells. They were killing off not only the infected cells, but all sorts of other ones that were close by, bystander killers. When you look at that 188 people I talked about, and you do, remember recall antigens and tests that we used to use to see, is your immune system functioning okay? When you've got HIV, I should say when you've got AIDS, this is sort of what it looks like, your skin test. You notice that the dots are kind of small, if they're there at all. This is what happens a few weeks later after using Cytolin. Anybody who's an immunologist would look at that and go, whoa, this is very important. When you have 188 people and their virus went down, and their ability to fight illnesses went from practically nothing to practically normal, you want to know why, and you want to make sure it's tested carefully, because you don't want to lose the chance that we have a new medicine that might be very important.
By the way, there's a website called clinicaltrials.gov. Put www in front of it, and you can find out everything you want to know about the study by going.
Oh, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, it's on the government site. This is Dr. Rosenberg on the phone, so if we could focus any questions we have, this would be the right time to do it. Hi, Eric.
Hi.
Okay, we're all set. depending on the outcome of the in vitro studies and the early work, do you see this going toward clinical trials?
Well, that would be the goal. I mean, step one is to understand more about the mechanism of the drug and what it's doing. And then if it looks really promising, which we all hope it does, then step two would be to start an independent, randomized control trial to see if our in vitro observations can be realized in vivo.
The reason for bringing you in so early is precisely to get feedback from you on the best way to move forward, to get your support as it's appropriate, as different events occur. And God knows, hopefully, we're at the beginning of seeing a new kind of medicine. I want to thank you very much for coming. I want to thank everybody for helping us put this together, especially Dr. Allen. And I don't think I have anything else to say. Anybody else have anything else to say? Did you like it?
Yeah.